And welcome to another session of Let's Heal Together, preparing ourselves for liberation and ascension. Today we are going to be talking about purifying our energy fields. Thank you for joining us. And speaking of our energy fields, we are going to take about a minute and ask everyone that's joined us today to please visualize this session and all participants, all technology surrounded in beautiful white light for protection and optimal healing. So let's take a moment and just visualize this beautiful white light surrounding all of us and all technology. And thank you for that beautiful, beautiful white light you have sent us. We really appreciate that. So, again, welcome. Thank you again for joining us for this very important and powerful session. We have a lot that we're doing today in terms of purifying our energy fields. And we would just like to take a moment to welcome everyone. We have people joining us from around the world. My name is Deborah. I will be your host today. I am a leader with the Sisterhood of the Rose and Victory of the Light teams, and you may know me from my interviews with Cobra. I'm joined by a lovely international team. So I'd like to just have them jump on a moment and say hello. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, everyone. I am very happy to be with you here tonight to raise our vibrations together. I represent the Prepare for Change Network and I manage the French Wheel of Mass meditation website, and I've linked to the Hyperborean civilization. And I'm very happy to be with you today because we are so much stronger together. We are one in spirit and love. And when we stay strong together, peace becomes our gain. We remain together in our hearts. So tonight we are going to purify our energy fields together to raise our vibrations and preparing ourselves for liberation and ascension. And I feel like a meow.
Cindy's got some great feline energy today. She made some beautiful statements. Yes, we are stronger together, and this is why we do this work together. And so we ask you to, if you'd like to, say hello in our chat, where you're from, and if you'd like, say hello, and we'll post that comment for you. And so now let's say hello to Megan. Hi, Megan.
Hello, it's so nice to be here. Thank you, Deborah. Um, so, my name is Megan, and I am in the Western United States. I have a tachyon chamber, which is a wonderful source for healing mind, body, and spirit. And I have been a meditator for many years, and just am looking forward to connecting with all of you in this presentation and presenting a few little items that we hope will contribute to your healing and healing of the planet. So thanks so much for having me. See you soon.
Thank you, Megan. And I don't know if you mentioned it, but Megan is also a facilitator of a Sisterhood of the Rose group. So we love to honor that aspect of you too. So
Thank
um,
you.
yes. So yeah. So saying hello to some lovely people. Oh, hey, Laura. Speaking of a beautiful Sisterhood of the Rose soul. Um, so you can see we're presenting. We've got people from all over the country: Australia, Germany, the United States. Just the list goes on and on. So, and speaking of Germany, I'd love our divine masculine balance on this team to say hello. Last but definitely not least, Felipe. Hi, Felipe.
Hey, hello everybody. Maybe I shouldn't add anything else because that was more than enough for me. Thank you, thank you. All right, this is Felipe. I'm coming to you from the north side of Germany, and so happy to be here. We are going to talk about many things, important things in this opportunity. I'm going to talk about making yourself aware of your participation in your own liberation. I usually translate Cobra's blog, and you can find it in es2012portal.blogspot.com. And I wish you a wonderful session.
Thank you, Felipe, and we look forward to hearing more from you throughout the session. And so I'm just going to share a few more hellos. We've got Iran, Netherlands, Canada, Sri Lanka, just beautiful. All of these lovely people, Panama, Belgium. You can really, really see how we are pulling in an audience from around the world. Remember, the more people that work together, the more powerful we are. And this is why we do really, really love it when you share about these sessions that we do. Cape Town, Italy. Oh my gosh, I love your comments. Here's a lovely one from Magda. Hola, you all, lots of love, greetings, and blessings to all of you on earth and the infinite beyond the Caribbean. So thank you for that lovely Caribbean energy. So I would like to just say we have an important member of the team not with us today. That is May. She's our technical support, and she unfortunately had a power outage and is unable to be with us at the moment. So let's make sure we send her some good energy, and hopefully she can jump on during this session because otherwise I'm going to be running the tech, and let's hope we don't have too bumpy of a ride. So you got to love doing live sessions because you never know what's going to show up. So let's send some good energy that way. So okay. So let's move on. Thank you again for saying hello in the chat. We really appreciate that. And let's move on. Here's what we're going to do today. We've got a full program. We're going to be giving a brief update on the portal of light activation. As many of you may know, there was an important planetary activation that took place on May 1st. It was a global meditation that was a success. So we're going to talk about some of those successes. We're also going to be giving an astrology report for the month of June, and we're going to be setting our intention for this session. Then we're going to do some powerful exercises. Remember, our theme today is purifying our energy fields. And so these preparation and protection exercises really work to purify our energy fields. We've selected these specifically: the Command 1221, the Violent Flame, the Protection Protocol, the Atvor I Am Presence, and the Goddess Vortex. We will be doing those, and these are very, very powerful activities that you can do even on a daily basis to purify your energy fields. Then we're going to be talking specifically about purifying our energy fields. We're going to be offering some helpful tips on how to do that. We're going to be doing some cord cutting meditations, doing a contract cancellation, and working on clearing some of those lovely stubborn implants that we're going to help to clear. Felipe is going to talk to us about taking responsibility for our own liberation, and wrap that up with some Om chanting. And so we'll do then toward the end, we'll share some of your comments and questions. And we're going to end the way we always end, with invoking Command 771. This is an emotional healing protocol that you just relax. And this is why we do at the end of the session. And if you'd like to stay on at that point, while you're doing that healing and relaxing, we will be running a bonus meditation. We're going to be running the Portal of Light meditation one more time. As you may know, this portal is open until June 11th, and we'll explain that a little bit more when we talk about the astrology, but it's open until June 11th. So we have this very powerful window in which we can still continue to bring in more light and more energy. So that's our plan for today. So let's just talk about this portal of light activation. This portal opened on March 23rd. And this is when Pluto entered Aquarius. And that's very powerful. And it peaked on May 1st because it's starting to move retrograde back into Capricorn. And so at this peak point of when it was literally a point of stillness, we did a global mass meditation. And I'm sure many of you in this audience participated in that. And it was pretty exciting. So let's just talk about some of the really wins that came from this, some really good news. This energy pulse. And by the way, this information comes from Cobra, who has a blog, 2012portal.blogspot.com. He is an intel provider that we really follow many of his principles and meditations. And so this is where some of this is coming from. So basically, in his report following the activation, he said the energy pulse was very strong yet gentle, sending the purest energies of cosmic love from the M87 galaxy to the surface of this planet. And if you recall, the M87 galaxy is a very, very high vibrational galaxy that is the center point of love for our galaxy. And so this activation, this light and energy literally came through that galaxy and just flooded us with love. These energies have manifested in some beautiful vistas in the days after the activation. And this picture we're using was actually one of those vistas. And this pulse has corrected the planetary timeline, and it is now much more stable than ever before. And again, that was one of the intentions for that activation, was to really put the planetary timeline on the most positive path. And it has done that. So it's now more stable, and it has corrected it on that positive timeline. So that is very, very good news. That meaning the probability for a conventional world war declined even farther, from 33% to 27%. And this had also declined several weeks earlier during the Taipei conference that took place. And that had to do also with some political activity that took place with, if you followed, like there was a meeting between President Macron of France and Xi of China, and they met to talk about peace negotiations. And so all of these things are really reducing the probability for a world war. So it also, this activation reduced the probability for a hard financial crash from 37% to 32%. So these are things that we really like to hear. And this is why we do the meditations. These global meditations don't change things overnight, but oftentimes what they do is reduce disasters and more nefarious plans. And right now, these are the only nefarious plans that are currently a possibility according to Cobra. And so what we want to do is make sure that these plans are continue to be reduced, and this is the work that we are doing as light workers. We may not see very immediate physical results on our planet, but what we're doing is really, really helping to reduce these probabilities, and our goal is to get them to complete zero. So we're on our way, guys. um, the light forces have managed, due to this activation, to completely clear the higher mental plane from all dark entities, and they have broken the control that the dark has had over the lower mental plane and the astral plane. They are making good progress, clearing the etheric plane, and good news regarding that is expected soon. So that's really where there's still some work to be done, is on the etheric plane, but we're really happy to hear that there's some progress being made, and we hope to hear some good news soon on that. And some of the work we're going to be doing today will work on the etheric plane. So that's where our focus is right now. Good news is that the implants on the mental and astral planes have mainly gone away. We love to hear that. So now we're just kind of dealing with them on the etheric plane, which again, we're going to work on today. And removing all remaining obstacles will be much easier from now on, relatively faster and much less risky than these processes have been in the past. And we love to hear this because, as we know, the process has been slow in terms of liberating the planet. And there's just been so many obstacles, but it's really, really good news to hear that the remaining ones will be removed much easier, faster, and in a much less risky way. So again, these are all great, great, great news that we wanted to share with you. Again, if you'd like to read further reports, you can go to 2012portal.blogspot.com. And I would just like to share something else that Cobra had said. This was during my recent Sister of the Rose interview with him. And when we were talking about Pluto coming into Aquarius, then going retrograde back into Capricorn until November of this year. I think it's November. November or January. I'm sorry, I don't have that off the top of my head, but and then it will return back into Aquarius for 20 years. But what I'd ask him was, will these energies dissipate over the rest of the year when Pluto returns into the more challenging sign of Capricorn? And his answer, excuse me, was there will be, I would say, a delay, a regress. There will be a certain period when those energies need to be integrated, and this is expected to happen when Pluto returns back into Capricorn for the rest of the year. But this regress will not be so drastic because the activation itself will be quite strong and a lot of this energy will be integrated. But this regress will actually be an opportunity for everyone to work on their shadows and prepare for the final push until the event. And so during this time of Pluto retrograde into Capricorn will be a time for us to look at our shadows and work through some of this. And as you may know, doing this work is very important for our liberation and our personal ascension process, is clearing those shadows. And so our focus today is going to be on purifying those energies so that the shadow work is much easier to do. And so I'm going to bring Cindy on now so that she can talk a little more deeper about this current astrology, because it's not just Pluto. Actually, there's some Venus influence that's going to take place. So, Cindy, would you share that with us, please?
Yes, of course, Deborah, thank you. So the astrological aspects of the month of June will be very interesting to help us to do our inner work. So in the first part of the month, there feels to be this sense of up and down energy. We may feel a little scattered or find ourselves oscillating through periods of being on track and getting things done, then procrastinating, feeling stuck, or finding ourselves idle. So, on the 11th of June, Pluto retrograde returns to Capricorn. So, Pluto changes signs every 2 decades or so, making this transition between Aquarius and Capricorn rare and extra special. Pluto first moved into Aquarius in March this year, creating very dynamic energies. But it will be going retrograde back into Capricorn until November. So we will be getting a bit of a breather from the intensity of these energies. However, as Pluto moves back into Capricorn, the tone will shift, and we may find ourselves revisiting transformations of the past. Pluto retrograde is also a time when we can dive deeper into our subconscious in order to peel back layers and reveal a greater truth. Because of this, it is a good opportunity to do healing work and clear traumas, which is very important. So, to help with this, as we reach the second half of the month, we have an incredible flow of feminine energy. And this energy will guide us to work with our hearts and connect with the wisdom of feeling. We may feel more in touch with our bodies and extra sensitive to the world around us. So it's very, very interesting. And as we reach the end of the month, we will have 3 planets in retrograde, including Pluto, as I just mentioned before. Plus Venus is also set to go retrograde in July, which is one of the biggest cosmic events of the year. And all of this retrograde energy can definitely create a slowdown and can naturally guide us to reflect and look to the past before we can move forward. And Venus retrograde is a time of heart opening. We are often guided to clear and mend wounds around our hearts that block the flow of love. But this already begins from the 19th and 12th of June when Venus enters shadow phase. At this time, Venus slips into shadow phase, which means she begins unwinding for her retrograde journey. Ancient astrologers believed that when a planet stationed retrograde, it was entering the underworld, moving deeper into the subconscious and hidden realms of life. It is at this point that Venus will begin preparing for her underworld journey. We may not be able to make sense of what's to come just yet, but themes that are coming up now in regard to love, money, beauty, and relationships are likely to come back in some form over the coming month. So, these times will be very good for clearing and doing our inner work. And that's why we participate and attend all together to these sessions to help us each other to be stronger and to do our inner work together. So thank you everybody for being here with us to help each other and to move forward together.
Thank you, Cindy, for that really important information. So you can see that the impact that these planetary aspects do have on not just our planet, but on us as individuals. And so, again, between Pluto and the impact of Venus, healing those wounds around our heart and bringing things to the surface. This is why all this may be coming up. So, again, thank you, Cindy. We appreciate that. Just want to share some few comments, and here we go. Sounds like people appreciated that report. So again, thank you, Cindy. Okay. So now let us set our intention. Intentions, as you know, are very powerful. And we're just going to have a very simple intention. Take a deep breath, and you can repeat after me. We use this session to help purify our energy fields.
We use this session to help purify our energy fields.
Wonderful. Thank you. We have just set an intention for doing that. Okay. Now we're going to move on to protection and preparation for what we're doing. And as I said, these things that we're doing today are really, really helpful in terms of helping to purify your energy fields. So we hope these are something that you may want to do every day. The command 1221 is very easy. It's very powerful. And I am bringing on Megan now, to explain that to us and lead us through this. So thank you, Megan.
Hi, thanks, Deborah, and everyone. Thank you, Cindy and Felipe. Okay, so Command 1221 is just a really handy tip that you can use at all times of the day. The idea is that the light forces, including benevolent ETs, are now in low Earth orbit. And they are so close to us that they can hear us. And they are willing to help. So isn't that a great situation? Quite exciting, if you ask me. So this is a two-part command. So the first part is that if you wish a personal team of light beings to be formed for you, that is, to form your own team, you just say Command 1221 out loud 3 times, like this: Command 1221, Command 1221, Command 1221. That whole phrase, say it out loud 3 times. And the first time you say this, a team will be formed. And it's sort of like they'll hear, for example, Deborah say Command 1221 3 times, and they'll get together and they'll say, okay, everybody, Deborah wants a team formed for her. So we're going to set up a team and we're going to help Deborah when she calls on us. So next time you say it, and each time after that, you could wait a couple of hours after you set up your team and then say it again, Command 1221, Command 1221, Command 1221. Each time you invoke this protocol and say this out loud, your team will check your status and they will help wherever and however they can. So it is sort of like an SOS, I need help kind of call for them. You can call them as often as you feel guided, and they are happy to assist when you ask them. So when you say this out loud, it is more powerful because the vibration of your voice enables more possibilities for them to intervene on the physical plane. So try that and see how it works. And I've had great success with this in lots of different situations. So practice it, try it, and you can make some new friends with your new team. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Megan. It does work, and we use it often. So, in fact, I used it before this session to get me through this running the tech on this side. So they're with us. So, all right, let us together invoke this. So again, just if you could repeat after me, command 1221.
Command 1221.
Command 1221.
Command 1221.
Command 1221.
Command
Command
1221.
1221.
Beautiful. Okay. And just, this is very powerful. You've called in your team. Congratulations if this is your first time. As Megan said, they will become your friends. And the more you do it, the easier and stronger that connection becomes. So feel their loving presence around you, their willingness to help when called. Feel the protection, the light, the strength of them around you. And now visualize all of us around the planet with these beautiful beings of light surrounding us. And now visualize that light expanding so that that light reaches each other from around the planet, connecting into a huge circle, a huge sphere encompassing the planet of light. Us on the surface and those in the non-physical form, all forming a circle of light around the planet. We've increased the light of the light grid, and we are stronger together. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. Benedict says victory of the light, and we agree completely. Okay, next we're going to be moving on to the violet flame meditation. This is a very powerful yet simple invocation that we are going to do. The violet flame, it is an invisible spiritual energy that revitalizes and invigorates your body and changes negative energy into positive energy. So by transforming negative thoughts and feelings, this violet flame provides a platform for healing. So again, this is important to do to cleanse and purify your energy fields because it cleanses in a way that allows that healing to occur. And the beautiful thing about the violet flame, it has the power of transmutation. That is a specific quality of this violet flame, and which, when invoked into action, changes all that it contacts into a higher and more pure state. The violet flame purifies any discordant energies so that things can be in harmony. And so we're going to invoke it in this way, and we do suggest that you memorize this and say it as often. It's a great way to start your day, end your day, use throughout your day when you feel any type of negative energy around you. It's wonderful for transmuting that. So if you could just repeat aloud after me. I call upon the violet flame from its primary source.
I call upon the violet flame from its primary source
to place a circle of protection around me.
to place a circle of protection around me.
I ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light.
I ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light.
Feel the energy of that. Transmuting, cleansing, and purifying all of your energy fields. Again, together we are more powerful. Okay. Now we are going to do the protection protocol meditation. And with this, we're going to run a 7-minute video. This is a very powerful meditation that cleanses our energy fields, all of them, physical and non-physical, and then places a bubble of a beautiful bluish white light around us. So all you're going to do is completely relax, close your eyes, and follow this guided meditation.
Relax your body, emotions, and mind by focusing on your breath or in any other way that works for you. Visualize a brilliant white vortex of light emanating from your soul star chakra, moving in a clockwise direction downwards throughout your body, purifying the energy fields of your physical, plasma, etheric, emotional, and mental bodies. Maintain this vortex by connecting it to the source of universal light and program it to maintain all your energy bodies purified. Visualize an egg-shaped, semi-permeable mirror shield around your auric field of your physical, plasma, etheric, astral, and mental bodies. This mirror shield allows all positive energies into your energy field, but reflects and bounces all negative energies back to their source. Program this mirror shield to alert you when any type of negative energy is directed your way, and let it reflect it back to its origin. Visualize light rearranging all parts of yourself and all parts of your energy fields back into a state of balance and harmony. While doing this, you can hum the mantra Om, because Om is the primeval sound of light, and its resonance will restore harmony most effectively.
And welcome back. And by the way, you can find this meditation in many different languages on the We Love Mass Meditation YouTube channel. It's very powerful to do daily. Great way to start your day or end your day. So you can find that there. Okay, so now let's move on to, we are going to be calling in some Ad4 technology, and to explain that and guide us through this, I'm turning this over to Felipe. Thank you, Felipe.
All right. So, Adbor. Adbor is a spiritual technology developed by the Galactic Confederation to assist in the ascension process of the surface population. When sometimes this is not to be confused with something that we do, a column of light, which connects our sun to the central sun of the galaxy, to the cosmic sun of the galaxy. This is technology. This is something that is coming out of a spaceship and is reaching us. It says used since 1990, is improving faster, and it is quite advanced now. It is a technology of a pillar of pure white light that is actually created by light beams when you call upon it. And it increases your vibrational energy when called. There are huge motherships around the planet. These ships currently are not detectable. And they send to you a pillar of pure white light that goes through you to the center of the planet and aligns your energy field with your I Am presence. The I Am presence is your higher self, which is incarnated in your being. And this presence emits a strong light. Without it, you would not be alive. You can access it, and if you do this daily, you will be fine. Let us evoke and feel it. Now, the Adbor technology is, I find it quite important because it helps us to purify our fields. And we can use this on a location. For example, it can be our home, or it can be a government building. It can be a place where lots of people gather, and so on. Now we are going to make an invocation to connect to the I Am presence. And you can please repeat after me. I call upon the pillar of pure white light.
I call upon the pillar of pure white light
to descend upon me.
To descend upon me.
And to form around me.
And to form around me.
I call upon the presence.
I call upon the presence.
Of the I Am that I am.
Of the I Am that I am.
I ask the presence of the I Am that I am.
I ask the presence of the I Am that I am.
To join and merge with me.
To join and merge with me. Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Felipe. We have that very strong, powerful pillar of light around us now as well. So I hope you can feel the energies building. And speaking of energies building, we are going to do one of the most powerful forms of technology currently available to us, and that is the Goddess Vortex. As you may know, goddess energy is very much needed on the planet right now. There is definitely there's been for many, many, many years, an imbalance of the divine feminine energy. It's just, it's really been repressed on the surface of the planet. And it's time now to call in the energy of the goddess. And so that's what this vortex does. And if you've done it before, you're familiar with it. If you're not, let me explain it a little bit. We're actually going to be standing up and moving during this meditation. So, whatever device you're using to listen to this, please make sure that you can still hear it. But just stand up where you are, and we're going to create a powerful vortex of light. And as I mentioned, this vortex is the ultimate technology of the light forces. It works to dissolve the matrix on the astral and etheric planes around the planet. So again, that etheric plane really is where our focus needs to be now. And so this will help with that. It is this technology involves a rainbow spiral of sparkling energy in it, which encompasses all possible combinations of light. It is a vortex of the presence of one, which absorbs all anomaly of duality and ascends it into the one through the process of micro triangulation. So again, this is a technology. All goddess vortices create a network of light, which will ultimately transmute all darkness on the astral and etheric planes into the realms of light. This vortex meditation, another beautiful reason to do it is that it attracts to us our soul family, our soulmates, our twin soul, and other beings of light. So again, by basically transmuting darkness around us and bringing in more light, we're able to attract these higher beings of light. So what we're going to do is, for a few minutes, we're going to stand up, and you're just going to listen to this and do as we're guided. We're going to be moving in a circle very slowly. You can move slowly. You don't have to spin and get dizzy. You can move very slowly if you're so guided in a clockwise position. We're going to start out with our hands above our head. And if you can watch the video, it will show you as well. And then we're going to be singing a mantra at that point. And then we're going to be dropping our hands to our sides and singing another mantra. So again, just follow along, and you got this. We're going to create a beautiful, beautiful vortex. You will be creating it in your personal space, which will contribute it to all the other goddess vortices on the planet. So let's do this.
Goddess Vortex Meditation. Lift your hands above your head and begin to rotate your body clockwise. While doing that, sing mantra So that it vibrates throughout your body, and visualize your body morphing into a brilliant pillar of light with millions of rainbow-colored stars scattered within that pillar of light. Keep singing the mantra and rotating. After a few minutes, drop your hands close to your body and continue rotating clockwise. While doing that, start singing mantra. So that it vibrates throughout your body, and visualize a rainbow vortex of light expanding from your heart outwards through the whole planet. Call upon the presence of your spiritual guides, ascended masters, Pleiadians, angels, dolphins, twin souls, soulmates, soul families, and other beings of light. Keep singing the mantra and rotating, and stay in the presence of all those beings of light for a while.
And thank you for participating in that very powerful exercise. We encourage you to do this on a regular basis, even if you're not part of a Sisterhood of the Rose group. You can still do it on your own or with a group. This is one of the meditations that we do during our Sisterhood of the Rose gatherings. So again, very, very powerful. I hope you can feel the power in that and of what we've created, especially not just for ourselves, but especially for around the planet. So, and you can find that meditation as well on the um, Sisterhood of the Rose website, which is sisterhoodoftheRose.network, and also on the welovemassmeditation.com website. Okay. That beautiful goddess energy. Okay. Now we're going to, speaking of goddess energy and divine feminine, we're going to talk about some things in terms of healing ourselves and purifying our energy fields. And so I realized when we were putting this together that there is a lot of goddess energy that we are doing in these next few steps. And so I'd like to just share a little bit some tips basically on very practical ways that you can purify your energy fields. Now, we've done some meditations so far that help to clear your energy fields and purify them. The ones that we've done so far, and we'll be doing some more. But these are some very practical tips of things that you can do to help clear your energy fields. A very important one and powerful one is spending time being present in nature. And many of us are familiar with this. That means being near water, especially moving water, rivers, waterfalls, waves, that type of a thing. Moving water creates negative ions, which is actually a positive thing, to help raise your vibration and clear negative energy. This is why even when we take a shower, we often feel much cleaner and things. So being near trees, hugging trees and plants and hugging a tree, or appreciating the beauty of a plant or flower, grounding yourself, connecting to the vibration of Mother Earth. And of course, sunlight will purify negative energy. And is we said here being present, because that's a very key step, is being mindful. Being out in nature and being on your phone, checking messages or social media, listening to some crazy music or whatever, it's talking to somebody. That's not necessarily being present in nature. So this is really about, unless you're doing this with someone and maybe having a high vibrational conversation, but it's really about being present. That's what will help to clear your energy fields. Another thing too is shifting your state. If you're feeling some negative emotions coming up, which Felipe is going to talk later about the influence of that, but it's really important that you change your state. That can be just changing your environment. If you're in your house and you feel super heavy, maybe again going out in nature, taking a walk, walking around the block, just doing something to change your state or something to change your mood. If you're feeling heavy or sad, maybe watch a funny video of puppies or babies, or just something that might make you laugh. So a comedy movie or something. So just changing your state will clear those energies as well. Of course, many of us are familiar with smudging with sage or Palo Santo. Generally, sage is used for clearing negative energies, and Palo Santo is used for bringing in positive energies. So oftentimes they're used together, first the sage and then the Palo Santo. And sage is a plant, and Palo Santo is um, a rare wood out of South America. So, and you can find those in a lot of places. Also using aura cleansing gemstones and crystals, such as selenite. Selenite is a very powerful crystal. Many have selenite wands that they use and just wave them around the body, kind of a thing, and that helps clean your energy fields. Amethyst works too, different quartzes, and a lot of the darker stones like obsidian or tourmaline are wonderful to absorb negative energies. And so the only suggestion we would make, especially around the darker, more absorbent, even shungite, these more absorbent gemstones, is to make sure you periodically cleanse them, because they do accumulate negative energy. A full moon is a great time to cleanse them, placing your stones out during the full moon, and also possibly running them under salt water, or simply just putting them out in the sunshine to purify. So remember how purifying that sunlight is. And also using spraying or diffusing essential oils. Essential oils can have powerful qualities in terms of purifying the energy around you. Scents like lavender, rosemary, clary sage, cedarwood, or rose are all really powerful for doing that and clearing. Listening to high vibrational music like the solfeggio tones. These are the tones in the higher vibrational hertz, and that can also help to raise your vibration and clear negative energy. When we talked about shifting your state, maybe just putting on some higher vibrational music. Another key one is to take a healing sea salt bath. Using sea salt, preferably like Himalayan sea salt, putting a cup of that in your bath and just allowing the negative energy to really leave your body. This is why even swimming in salt water is so very, very healing, both physically and non-physically. And so, granted, sometimes taking a bath is a luxury. So another option would even be to doing a foot bath and putting sea salt into a foot bath and just soaking your feet for a while in that can also have a clearing effect. As well as a shower. And you can take a handful of the sea salt into your shower with you and literally run it over your body. Not only is it a good exfoliator, but you can, that energy that it'll energetically pull those lower vibrations out of your body. So that can be done in the shower as well if you don't necessarily have the time for a bath. Blessing your water, program your water with higher intentions. This is a powerful one. I know Felipe was talking about clearing some negative energy recently. He was telling us using water and taking a glass of water and holding it and placing your intention around it. And especially during a full moon, you can even put water into a container, like a glass container, and put it out during the full moon. And then you have a very high frequency water that you can drink. So you want to set your intention and then just sip on this water, which will help purify your energy fields. Of course, getting rid of clutter, cleaning your space. There's a lot of negative energy that can accumulate around clutter and dirt and dust. And so cleaning and clearing your space is really important in terms of keeping your energy fields clean and clear. Disconnecting from electromagnetic fields. We're bombarded and surrounded by it, depending where you live, some people more than others. And sometimes it may be hard to not, be near that cell tower or not have your Wi-Fi on. But if as much as you can, when you go to sleep, maybe turning your Wi-Fi off at night, putting your cell phone on airplane mode, um, using different, like shungite is a stone that is very good in terms of absorbing electromagnetic energies. And so, and just taking time away, going out in nature will counteract all of those electromagnetic energies, and grounding and connecting with Mother Earth. So, that's a good way to clear your energy fields as well. Avoiding GMO foods and non-organic foods, because some of these foods, can really not just mess up your physical body, but really put in some negative energy into your non-physical bodies. And so by clearing yourself of, or trying to, as much as possible in today's world, avoiding some of these foods, will really be beneficial. Moving your body is a great way to dispel, and clear your energy fields, dispel negative energy and clear your fields. Dancing is a great way. Any form of movement, yoga, dancing, literally just shaking. I don't know if you've ever done this, but I had a yoga practice once, and all we did was shake for like 20 minutes, every part of your body. And you feel silly and ridiculous doing this, but it's a really great way to clear your energy fields. And just, you just pretend maybe like someone's holding your body, and your body is like very limp, and they're just shaking you. And so you just allow your whole body, as much as you can, just shake and shake. Another thing is fluffing, and fluffing is, it's done with your arms, and you're just kind of like, if your body was a big pillow and you were fluffing it. You're not touching your body. Remember, we're working with energy fields here. So we're fluffing the fields around us and stirring that energy, stirring that stagnant negative energy. And so you can do this all around your body, is just fluff it. And of course, this is something you can do for someone else as well. And even things like drumming, singing, drumming is there's a lot of physical that goes into a drumming practice, and you can move energy. That's why, it's used so much during shamanic and ancient rituals and ceremonies, is because drumming can really clear your energy fields as well. Um, and another option is to get some healing work, doing some deep massage that can move some of that energy through your body, through your meridians. Working with an energy, someone who does energy clearing or shamanic work, even past life therapy. Remember, this is a time, as we go through this ascension process, where we're clearing our shadows and clearing ourselves of some of these, energies that have had a hold over us for so many years, whether from this lifetime or even previous lifetimes. And this is why, some of these therapies, such as past life therapy, can be very beneficial. And of course, distancing yourself from negative people, those energy vampires, that's really, really key, to keeping your energy fields clean. And so, and if you're in a situation where maybe you live with someone who is an energy vampire, simply use that bubble of white light. Put yourself in that bubble of white light, or use the violet flame to transmute any of their negative energy around you. So, but ideally, if you can distance yourself, that would be great. And then, finally, is set an intention to clear your energy. Setting intentions are very powerful, and simply by just stating that you are clearing your energy, you are free from any lower vibrational energy in your fields, can be very powerful as well. And so that's helpful for you, some of those tips. And, speaking of tips, I'm going to bring Megan on. She's going to share something that she uses, and this has helped me, um, through some situations. So Megan, if you could share that with us, thank you.
Right. Hi. Hi. Thanks, Deborah. Um, okay, so this is a little tip I learned a number of years ago from a very high minded meditation teacher uh, who is no longer on the earth plane. But anyway, so there's an affirmation that goes with this. And the affirmation is divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now. So, say you have a difficult neighbor or a difficult family member, say you have a coworker you are having trouble with. Um, we have people and situations in our lives that we really don't know how to fix. We're not going to get into a fist fight with them. We are just sort of at odds with them. And these are really kind of difficult because solving it sort of logically doesn't often work. Um, so here's a great affirmation that will help you. You picture the person in front of you, or you picture the situation in front of you. Just sit down when you're quiet to get started with this. And then later you can do it when you're out for a walk or, at other easy times. But just picture the person in front of you and say this affirmation. Divine love and divine order is manifesting with this person now or in this situation now. So you can say divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now as you picture the person or the situation in front of you. Say it out loud 3 times. And then just let it go. And you may want to say it 20 times a day if you really want some work to be done on the situation. But the great thing is that you are handing this over to higher powers to deal with it. And I'll tell you, it works. You don't have to do much other than this. You just need to release it and let the higher spirits work on it. So try it. It's really a nice stress reliever because you can feel like you're actually doing something when you do this affirmation. So try it. It's easy. That's it.
Thank you, Megan. And since this is a very interactive session, I would like to suggest that we do this together. Again, everything is more powerful together. And I think we should do this together. So if everyone could take a situation, whether, as Megan said, whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a situation, just something that you're looking to heal, and think of what that might be. And now you're going to visualize, as Megan said, the situation in front of you. And let's say, if you want to repeat after me 3 times. Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Divine love and divine order is manifesting in this situation now.
Perfect. Wow. That is so powerful. Megan, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
You are welcome.
Yes, it does work. And I imagine the more conviction you have in your voice, the more you feel it, because feeling is a big part of manifesting. I imagine that's very helpful. Yes.
I think it's true. I think it's true. And yeah, just try it and you'll see that it works. It may take you a few days, it may take you a week or two, but things will change.
Right, and that's what I've noticed. I think the more you stay on it and like it's like working a muscle, right? Like exercising. The more you do it, the more impact it has. So
Sure, it's worth a try, right?
right, absolutely. So thank you for sharing that tip. Um, I just want to catch up on a couple comments here. Galena, good to see you again, my dear. Sends greetings from Liverpool and to all of the Sisterhood of the Roses and everyone, beautiful souls around the world. Um, we had, this is, I think, when we were doing the tips. And again, if you have any clearing tips, something that you might use that we haven't talked about to clear and purify your energy fields, please share those with us. And so Pradeep has said consistency, daily meditation, yoga, and yoga and pranayama. So yeah, a daily meditation practice would definitely help. And ascension techniques, light meditations daily, such as the Goddess Vortex, Sisterhood of the Rose, Rainbow Flower of Light, Divine Intervention, Portal of Light Activation, etc. So, yes, these wonderful meditations are very helpful in clearing energy. And let's see, a comment from David. Great information. Most of these channels are pointless. You are giving valid, powerful information that will indeed heal over time. Cobra talked about you guys too. Wonderful. Thanks. So, David, thank you for your words of support. Very appreciate on that. Peggy's sending some love. Let's see. And Julie asks, can we say they are manifesting in this situation now? Divine.
Sure, you're just changing the verb to a plural. Sure. Sure.
Yeah, I
yeah.
guess that might make, let's see, divine love I guess it should be our manifesting. So
Sure.
yeah.
That was
right.
my question as well.
Yeah. So that's I guess a typo. So okay. We don't claim to be perfect. Okay. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, that probably would make more sense. Divine love and divine order are manifesting in the stage. Yeah, that seems to flow a little bit better. So thank you, Julie. And let's see. Oh, here's another one. Yeah, taking care of animals. That's a great way to help purify your energy fields. Caressing them, saying several times, "I love you. Thank you for what you're giving to me. I give back to you now." So thank you, Star Seeds. That was great, 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 great. So, oh, and Julie just said thanks. I didn't want to mess it up. Yeah. So, thank you so much. So she was using her inner guidance, and that's always so important, is to use that inner guidance. Great. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for sharing, and thank you again, Megan, for sharing that. Let us continue to move on. Let's talk a moment about etheric cords. Again, the etheric is an area where we need to put some attention on to help the clearing of those fields. And one of the things that can really mess with us in our etheric field are etheric cords. So these are energy structures that connect our energy bodies to other people or animals or places or objects or situations. So most often we think of these cords as connecting us with a person, but again, it can be anything that we have like a toxic attachment to. Negative etheric connections are those that instill negative feelings and emotions. So when you feel things such as sadness or anger, resentment, jealousy, insecurities, there's just a fear. There's just a list of negative feelings and emotions that we have. These are generally because of negative etheric connections. And it's important to release these toxic emotional attachments by cutting these negative etheric connections. So, and you'll see in the diagram, like a healthy, positive connection, etheric connection with someone is shown in that, and with the pink line. You know, you're connecting heart to heart. It's on a very high vibrational plane. It's full of positive, healthy emotions and feelings. However, a negative etheric cord will look more like the darker cord that you see connecting these people. And that often, rather than coming from the heart, will come from your solar plexus area, which is where a lot of your ego is based and your insecurities and things like that. So this is where cutting those darker negative cords are very important. So we're going to do 2 short little meditations. We're going to run them. And the first one deals more with dealing with people. And then the second one, and we'll just play them back to back. The second one, we're going to be bringing in Archangel Michael, who we often hear with his powerful blue sword and his army of warriors. People often use the energy of Archangel Michael to sever some of these cords. And for the second one, it might be good to think of maybe a situation that you'd like to cut a cord with, and the first one, maybe think of a person. So, and again, you can do this over and over with different people, different situations, you know, all of that. So I need to, let's see. So I need to, this is where I miss May. So I need to shift out of this and go to this meditation. So bear with me one moment. And okay, this is a 5-minute cord cutting presentation. So meditation. So again, just close your eyes. So start thinking right now of someone that you would like to cut an etheric cord with. And I should mention, this does not mean you're cutting this person out of your life. You can still have them in your life. You can still love them. But what it's cutting is your toxic emotional attachment to them, so that you're not so affected by their behaviors and from their emotions. And it's simply releasing yourself on an emotional level from the toxic connection. It doesn't mean you love them any less or anything like that. It just means you're releasing that unnatural and unhealthy attachment to them. Okay. And so let's begin.
Makes you uncomfortable in any way. Someone you have a sticky feeling with. And bring your attention to the area called your solar plexus, located just above the belly button. If you look at this place in your body, do you see or notice a cord or an attachment to the energy that leads back to that person? Usually it will feel like a cord of sticky energy that doesn't feel clean and is difficult to separate. It can either be begun by you or by another person. It is fed by resentment, intolerance, entitlement, obsession, addiction, codependence. Somehow you're connected to this person even if you don't want to be. Breathe out. Decide to let them go. We are done. I refuse this connection. Imagine yourself saying, I release you fully and absolutely. We have no connection and no unfinished business. Nothing is unfinished between us. I release you to your highest good elsewhere. Now imagine you have a beautiful sword of gleaming metal forged in the heavens. Cut the cord or cords, because there may be more than one, and imagine a waterfall of energy separating you, cleaning the space between you until you no longer sense them, removing the electrical charge created by the cord. Breathe deeply and smile and activate your heart by spending a minute contemplating gratitude, love, and freedom. And so it is.
And so it is.
Today we're going to do a exercise to work with our magnify to dissolve the cords to universal wisdom that no longer serve us. I want you to take it to your mind's eye. You are ready to release the energetic cords to dissolve any connections on a negative plane. Deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, drop your thoughts down into your heart and feel it expand with love. Feel as the creator of all that is comes into the room as we ask permission to dissolve these cords and move forward. Feel as that permission is granted. Take a deep breath in and exhale as we now ask the Archangel Michael to step forward. Coming up to your side, feel his strong presence and love and overwhelming comfort and protection. Knowing that he is one of the highest and oldest of the archangels, working directly under the creator of all that is. Take a deep breath in as you adjust to his energy. And exhale, bringing to mind the person you are ready to release. It may be someone in your life from the past or present. If you're thinking of a place, such as somewhere you used to work, or a house or a location, imagine yourself in that environment. Take a deep breath in. With crystal clarity, bring this person, place, and thing to mind. Feel the energetic bonds, much like strong ropes or spider webs, connecting you to this item or this person. See them in your mind's eye as energy cords. Now we're going to see as the Archangel Michael takes his hands, starting at our crown, the top of our head. You see his glowing hands start to run along the outside of our body. And as he does, the gentle dissolving of the cords takes place. As you are envisioning those cords attached to that which you're releasing, see where they are located, and as the Archangel Michael very gently runs his hand about an inch from your body through your aura, those cords are very lovingly dissolving. And as they dissolve, they work their way, dissolving gently towards that person or place, sending love down the cord as it goes, sending blessings and love to that which you're releasing. Feel your heart lighten. Feel your aura as it gets clear. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as his hands go over your chest and your back. Feel as his arms gently move along your body and your aura, going down your legs, knowing that he's not touching you, but he is running his hands through your auric field. Seeing those cords very gently dissolve. There is no snapping, there's no breaking. It's just a very gentle dissolve of energy, sending in a pink light back to the object or person. Waves of love as we release the negative feelings towards them. Feel the breaks as they go down through your legs. You may have some ties through your knees. They dissolve gently as it goes over your ankles. It wraps and tucks under your feet. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as the Archangel Michael stands back up, the job complete. I want you to feel as the creator of all that is starts to send white light and loving energy down through your crown, filling your auric field like a bubble. Learn to breathe through the process as God's light fills the holes and the gaps where the cords once were with loving energy. Feel as the energy slides over our body, filling in any gaps left over from the cutting or dissolving of Archangel Michael. Feel the energy as it builds down our body, filling that space between our body and the auric field with white, beautiful, sparkling, glittery light. It starts to go down over our knees and cool under our feet. As you take a deep breath in, I want you to feel the energy as it's absorbed into each chakra, and it's absorbed into every cell of your being. The crown closing up now, Feel yourself as a beautiful, God filled with love, spiritual being of light in a physical body. I want you to feel as though you're overflowing with God's love. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to think of that person, place, or thing that you were dissolving the cords to. Just think on them. Bring them to your mind's eye. And I want you to be aware that you have the memory of them, but the emotional ties have now been released. All the negativity and fear is gone. You have the memories of the places or the persons and what's been done to you, but the anger, fear, resentment is now released. The cords of fear have been dissolved, and the places in between have been filled with God's love. We'd like to say thank you, Archangel Michael, for this beautiful service you've done for me today. And thank you, Creator of all the days, for everything that you do at all times. My name is Lisa Beachy. My website is lisabeachy.com, and I want to thank you so much for again allowing me to be of service to you, to help you work with the Creator of all that is and these wonderful spiritual beings. I wish you to have a wonderful day, and congratulations on releasing these ties you've carried around for so long. Amen.
Okay. How does that feel? Do we feel more clear and cutting some of those cords? We will, these sessions are recorded, and so you can find these on the Sisterhood of the Rose YouTube channel. And so we'll give a link to those two meditations that we did. So if you would like to do those again, we can do that. So, okay. I just want to share, here's a lovely comment that Peter shared earlier. This is when we were talking about things that can clear your energy fields. And he was talking about divine love and divine order affirmation. Remember, gratitude is the best carrier wave frequency. So future pace yourself and imagine your situation is resolved and stir up your gratitude. So yes, gratitude is very powerful in terms of manifesting, as well as just to clear energy. You know how I talked about maybe changing your state, even your mood. If you're kind of stuck in a negative mood, thinking of what's wrong, simply finding something to be grateful for is very, very powerful and will help clear those energies. So Peter, thank you for bringing up that concept of gratitude. So, okay, let us move on. I'm going to be turning this over to Felipe. We are going to be running through some of these, couple of these implant clearing exercises. This is also very, very key to purifying our energy fields, is to remove the implants, to help remove those. Remember, there still are some in our etheric bodies. And so Felipe is going to, I'm going to turn this over to him, and he's going to share some of this information with us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Deborah. So let's start with some information about these implants, which is called primary implants. Okay. We get this before we are born. So we are born with this, and something is called vertical implants, and the other ones are called horizontal implants. The vertical implants, as you can see, they are in the frontal lobe area above the eyebrows, and these establish a separation from the source and our higher self. So if we are having problems with decision making, survival fears, blocks in our intuition, we have separation and loneliness, then these implants are working. There's also what we have on the right side of the screen, what is called the horizontal implant, and it establishes a separation between the heart and the sexuality, or the separation between men and women. And this is 4 centimeters above the navel. near the solar plexus, and it creates division, conflict, separations, blocks our emotions, our creativity, and suppresses our kundalini. For each one of these primary implants, we are going to make some exercises. The exercise for the vertical implants is I am God, and for the horizontal is sex is love. So before every incarnation, we are reimplanted again to assure that we are kept in a state of amnesia and lower vibrations. So these are basically the functions of these primary implants to establish a separation. So for the next slide, we are going to have contract cancellation. And this contract cancellation is the following. It is that before we came to this world, we have to sign up a contract to enter this world. And we made this contract with the dark forces. But now we are going to nullify this contract. So please state after me. In the name of the I am that I am.
In the name of the I am that I am.
In the name of the divine soul presence that I am.
In the name of the divine soul presence that I am.
In the name of all ascended beings of light.
In the name of all ascended beings of light.
In the name of the Galactic Confederation.
In the name of the Galactic Confederation.
In the name of the Galactic Center.
In the name of the Galactic Center.
Galactic Center.
I decree and I command to cancel and nullify.
I decree and I command to cancel and nullify
all my past, present, and future contracts and agreements.
All my past, present, and future contracts and agreements
made between any part of my being and the light forces, dark forces.
Made between any part of my being and the dark forces.
All these contracts and agreements and all their consequences.
All these contracts and agreements and all their consequences
are now completely erased from my reality.
Are now completely erased from my reality.
I am now free.
I am now free.
All the karma of my whole being is now erased as well.
All the karma of my whole being is now erased as well.
I am a free sovereign being of light from now until eternity.
I am a free sovereign being of light from now until eternity.
So be it, and so it is.
So be it, and so it is.
In light.
In light.
Now speak or sign your name.
Thank you, Felipe. Wow, that's now we said it out loud, which can be done. We also might suggest that you write this out. And so you can screenshot this if you'd like, so that you have it, you have the words. And when you get 10 minutes or so, write it out and on a piece of paper, and then read it out loud to yourself with as much conviction in your voice as you can. And it's recommended that you actually save this paper and keep it near you, maybe carry it with you, put it in your wallet, or keep it next to your bed and refer to it morning or evening or both. So this can be done over and over again. So just living in this matrix that we are in seems to refresh these contracts. So it's good to do this periodically, just to clear your contracts. So that's a great way, again, to purify your energy fields. So thank you, Felipe, for that. Now we're going to move on to the implant clearing triangulation. These triangulation exercises work to deprogram, dissolve our limiting beliefs, and give us a liberation of our consciousness. So, as Felipe described, we have the various implants. And so in these exercises, you're going to write 2 contradictory statements. And so you're actually going to need some paper and pencil for this, or a pen, whatever, just something to write with. And we're going to be writing 2 contradictory statements. And the reason we do this, because it decreases the implant's effects in your mind by placing it in the other polarity. So for instance, in the vertical implants that Felipe mentioned to us, the ones above your eyebrows, those 2, they create the primary belief that you have that tells you that you are not God. And so in your mind, you think, I am not God. So when you write, I am God, and then you want to put yourself in that state, meaning put yourself in that emotional state, feel what that feels like when you write, I am God. And then right next to it, you write, I am not God. And then you put yourself in that state, feeling what it feels like that you are not God. What you're doing is you're bringing your mind into both alternative states back to back, which this is what begins to dissolve the implants. So you're kind of doing this ping pong back and forth and back and forth and back, because you're going to be writing this over and over. I am God, I am not God. I am God, I am not God. And you can say goddess, you can say source, I am not source, whatever feels most comfortable. So the same thing goes for the horizontal implant above your navel. And that's the one that programs you with the basic message that sex is not love. So when you write the 2 alternating state affirmations, sex is love, sex is not love, and again, you're feeling what those feel like. Feel what the statement sex is love feels like, and then feel what sex is not love feels like. Because the more emotion you put in, the better it works. You're going to decrease the effect of the implant, and it all begins to clear. So, so for this first one, all we're going to do is, again, pull out your paper with something to write with. We're going to put on some music for about 7 minutes. And you're going to write in your own language is ideal. I am God, I am not God. And again, while you're doing it, please just feel what it feels like as you write these statements. And we'll meet you back here in 7 minutes. Thank you. And welcome back. Hopefully, you felt some of the power in that. And we are going to do the same exact thing for the triangulation exercise, sex is love, sex is not love. So, again, if you can write those words in your own language, that would be the most powerful. And feel as you write each statement, what does it feel like when you write sex is love, sex is not love? So we'll do the same thing, write it out as many times as you can, but be sure to, it's not so much about how many times you write it, it's about the strength of your intention. So make sure you feel the emotion behind it as you continue to write these. So again, we'll meet you back here in 7 minutes as you do sex is love, sex is not love. And welcome back. Wow. Hopefully, you felt some power between those two triangulation exercises. They are very, very powerful. And doing these exercises just once does not remove the implants. We wish it was that easy, but it does help to dissolve them. And what it does is it helps make the work of the light forces that much easier, because they are working to dissolve those implants as well. And can you imagine what humanity and the world will be like without those? So full of lots of love. A reminder on these two triangulation exercises, the what we just did with the I am God and sex is love. It is suggested that you get rid of those pieces of paper. You can burn it, you can tear it up, you can throw it in the trash, whatever energetically feels right to you. But it has we it served its usefulness, and we no longer need them. So we want to remove the energy of that. In regard to the contract cancellation, I just wanted to comment about something that Peter posted about the contract cancellation. He said perhaps after writing it, burn it to commit it to the light. And Peter, we're going to suggest you for people to use their own guidance on that one. As we understand it, it's probably better to hang on to it. For one, that you can reread it as often as possible. If you write it out, it's a very, very powerful statement, and words have a vibration and a power to them. And so by hanging on to it, you're keeping that alive, so to speak. So that's as we understand it. But again, for all of this work, please use your own discernment and your own guidance on all of that. Okay, we have one more quick meditation that we're going to do before Felipe is going to wrap us up today with some interesting information. And so what we're going to do is the crystal meditation technique. This also works on the implants. And so we're spending some time today focusing on these implants. Remember, these implants do bring in a constant flow of anomalous plasma into our energy fields, and it does affect our reality. So this visualization, it's a 5-minute visualization. And what it does is it helps to counteract this negative energy to keep our energy field clear. So practicing this technique regularly can help to counteract the energy of the implant. So again, this is to keep your energy field clear. And it is suggested if you do have Sintamani stones, you can place them. You can even do this lying down and place them at the locations of the implants, the 2 above your forehead and the 1 near your solar plexus. And that will help strengthen the effect of it. So let us for 5 minutes. We're going to do this crystal meditation technique. One more powerful tool to help you keep your energy fields clear.
Visualize a double terminated hexagonal crystal shape made of pure white light surrounding you, with one termination at your soul star chakra and the other termination at your earth star chakra, and with one hexagon around your heart chakra, and the other hexagon surrounding your root chakra. Visualize spheres of sky blue light at each of the 14 corners of the crystal shape. visualize 3 more spheres of sky blue light at each of the implants. 1 on the solar plexus and 2 in the frontal lobe area.
Okay, and welcome back. Well, we told you we were going to give you a lot of tools to clean and purify your energy fields today. So, before we wrap this up with Felipe, let me just, I mentioned the Sintamai stones, and I later thought, oh, maybe I should have explained it. Ra 333 has asked, please advise, what do you mean under Sintamani stone? Saphrodite stone. And so I don't know if anyone from the team would like to jump in as well to explain this. As we understand it, I do believe that Sintamani falls under the category of Saphrodite. I do know that it's a tektite, which means its origin is not from this planet. The Sintamani stone actually originated from the Sirius star system, and as we understand it, it is the highest vibrational stone currently on the planet, and they have been very suppressed throughout history. Usually only royalty were allowed to use them. However, they are being released to the public more so now, and you can get a let's see. Oh yeah. What's I can put this in the comment there. I think it's where you can get them, because Cobra, who I mentioned we follow, he has some available that are actually tachyonized, and tachyonized is the process. Megan has mentioned the tachyon chamber that she has, and this works with tachyons, which are a very high vibrational, very, very high vibrational particle that moves actually faster than the speed of light. And so I will put in the chat a website. Can someone from the team give me that website for, I think it's Tachyonis. ONI.
Yes.
Yeah, Megan, could you spell that for us, please?
Yeah. TACHYONIS.org.
Okay.
I have put the links in the private chat in order to share them on the screen. I think it would be easier for our audience. And we have 2 official websites for the Sintamani stones, advised by Cobra Sintamani.space and takunis.org, of course. And you can find some information about the Sintamani stones on Cobra's blog, of course.
Okay, great. Thank you, Cindy and Megan. Appreciate that. Let me just put this in. Okay, good. Thank you for asking, Ra. That was a great question. So, thank you for clarifying that. And so, without further ado, last but definitely again, far from least, we have Felipe, who's going to talk to us about taking responsibility, and then a reminder: if you'd like to stay on for that bonus meditation in the 771 emotional healing, we'll be doing that afterwards. But for now, I'm going to turn this over to Felipe, who's going to chat with us for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll be wrapping up the session. So thank you so much, Felipe.
Thank you. So let's talk a little bit about this. It's quite important for our liberation as well. We acknowledge that we are in the process of liberation, but when we think about liberation, we usually think on a major scale, meaning the liberation of our societies, our countries, or even the world. There is, however, more subtle and also very important task that we all can help with, and this is to liberate ourselves from the darkness. The amount of darkness surrounding us is exposed nowadays by different people, which help us to understand how deep the problem is. To make our lives difficult, the darkness has created countless measures upon measures to keep us in a dormant state or in a state of slavery. These measures have been created by those for those who are asleep, but also for those who are awake or even for people working on their ascension. Unfortunately, very few people escape from this influence. Now, as soon as we acknowledge the problem, two things can happen. Either we ignore it and we continue our lives knowing but not doing anything about it, or we can start working toward finding a solution. As we explained a few minutes ago, one measure that is imposed on us are implants. We learned that before starting our life on Earth, we had to negotiate our entrance with those beings that are called the Lords of Karma. Those Lords of Karma placed a lot of restrictions before let us in. When we are born, we already have implants, our capabilities are limited, our memories mostly erased. We start building another personality, and later we get tasks that are just busy work to waste our time with the intention of blocking us from discovering and executing our missions. To diminish the influence of these implants, we have been giving exercises which we have run many times during our sessions. They bring the liberation we need to see the reality more the way it really is. But there is still something else I want to bring to your awareness. There is something else that is not right. Have you ever asked yourself a question like this? For example, how come there seems to be someone who knows me very well and sabotages and damages just about everything I want to do? My relationships, the things that I love to do, things that I need to do? Yes, it is indeed because we have company assigned to us by the dark forces. I do not really enjoy talking about these things, but it has to be put in our awareness so we can do something about it and use the power that we have, exercise it so we can be able to use it on a different level. If you see this from a point of view, a chance to exercise, we have an opportunity to evolve right here with us. We can always remember that that the more we heal, the more we work on ourselves, the better it will be in the short and long run. I am now to explain in the most often terms what these entities do. They are close to us, usually very close, and set up a field of action around us. They start by sending thoughts to us, usually a massive amount of depression, which is very annoying, or give you ideas that will harm you in the long run, or create situations to lead you astray. Those entities know very well how to trigger us and are usually responsible for every trauma or inconvenient situation that happens to us. And they even block our manifestation power and manipulate us just about everything they can. For example, the information that we are exposed to. They usually hide very well, and if they are started to get exposed, they will usually send doubts about their existence and try that you forget about them. A few weeks ago, I explained how our ego makes us miserable and make us feel bad no matter what. These entities will use any knowledge that can get from us to do what they need to. They will see what you see, hear what you hear, and start sabotaging your life in order to make you feel powerless and miserable. They attach usually to the chakras. For example, your lower chakra bring your lower chakras, bringing you fear for your existence and severely distorting the function of your sex chakra. Your creativity will diminish and you might even have pains in different parts of your body. If this is starting to sound familiar to you, then let's continue. Now, while a great deal of progress has been made towards the removal of these entities by the light forces, there is still something and actually lots we can do so we can diminish the efforts and the success of these entities. Let me share with you now a little story. A man who was used to do astral travel explained once that he started to notice that there was an entity waiting for him at the time he left his physical body. He noticed this entity was very aggressive. It tried to intimidate him. It and in its aspect, it was not something that it was very nice to look at. So he thought about this, and the next time he went into astral, he moved toward the entity, hugged it, and told it, "I love you." Of course, the entity fled away and did not come back. These entities, and usually any person who is dwelling in darkness, are allergic to love. They find it toxic, something they do not wish to experiment and run away from it. Now, if you are able to reach that level of control and trust in your capabilities, you will have a powerful tool for your personal ascension and to help others. So, with this in mind, we are going to start an exercise in order to soften, remove, or diminish the effects of the entities which could possibly be responsible for many of our misfortunes. All right, so please close your eyes and call upon your higher self and your guides. Establish, as we did before, a ring of violet light, a flame that surrounds you. The violet light means transmutation. This violet flame will surround you, and you connect this flame, this energy, to the galactic central sun. Feel now that this light is absorbing every dark energy, every entity, every pattern of thinking which does not serve you anymore, which does not serve you to the light. Let us all visualize, feel how everything, every kind of artifice, every kind of implant, every kind of thought pattern, cords, and everything is being absorbed by this light and taken to the galactic central sun for reprocessing and to be transmuted in light. Continue feeling that all these worries and pains and conflicts are taken to the central sun and transmuted in positive energy. Now, take your awareness into your heart. See it as a light connected to the source. This light having a massive power and brilliance. Now place both of your hands on your heart and fill your hands with this light. Now concentrate even more and discover and find if there is any entity which does not serve the light, which is in your field. Now extend your hands with the palms in front of you. Turn to this entity and give it love, intense love. See, feel, visualize that this intense love, this beautiful light, brilliant light, is surrounding you and is so intense that it turns into a beautiful sphere of brilliant white light. And if you found something there that does not serve the light, see it flee away. See it how it leaves you. Place again the hands on your heart and continue surrounded by this beautiful light. You can relax your hands now. As the days and the months go by, we will find ways to how to deal with these entities. And we will be sharing them in this session. The war between the light and the dark has reached already a point in which it has become personal, even on a physical level. If you are attacked by other person, keep in mind that they are all under the heavy influence of these entities, and most likely they do not know what they are doing. What are the consequences for their actions, and so on. They are perhaps just looking for someone to blame for their misfortunes and being used by the dark. When something like this happens, we can remember that the universe has been set up as a system of retribution, cause and effect. So the laws that govern these activities are already working and giving these people retribution that they deserve. Since I am not wiser than the universe, then I will not have to seek revenge. My task is just to understand and to send them love, and hopefully they will assimilate it and leave the darkness in a permanent way. As we always hear, we move into a timeline that we vibrate with. So may the love that you have in your heart be able to be that light that you need to move forward with joy in your way back to the source. Thank you. And my dear friends, if you have any questions about what you have just spoken or any other parts of our session, you are welcome them to write them now in the comments section while we are waiting for our dear Deborah to come back.
Sorry, I'm here. I had muted myself and I was talking but you guys couldn't hear me. So I was just going to say that I'm going to agree with what Yadidi said. Wow, thanks, Felipe. That was very, very, very informative and powerful. One thing I loved what you said in terms of love, that these entities are basically allergic to love. And it reminds me of what we say within Sisterhood of the Rose, that these dark entities are actually allergic to goddess energy. And goddess energy basically is the fullest expression of love. It's compassion. It's very loving and nurturing and compassionate. But it's that pure love. And so I think that's a really a lovely approach during these times is to really fill yourself with as much love as possible, both for others and yourself, so that you have your bucket is full in terms of love, and so that when you are, as Felipe said, when you're met with a challenging person or challenging behaviors or whatever, if someone is being triggered by um, some of this darkness, then you have that love available, and you can very quickly, as he guided us through, fill yourself with it, and then share, just send that love out, and you can chase away a lot of this darkness. So thank you, Felipe. That was really great. Really appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, and if anyone has any comments, questions, we're wrapping things up here. Thank you for hanging in there with us. We did a little longer session today just because there's was so much to cover, and this is so important during this time. Here's a beautiful comment from Star Seeds. Love is always the solution. Everyone needs love, so let's use this incredible power to heal each other. Thank you for those beautiful and profound words, Starseed Alliance Core. So it's always the solution. Yes, when in doubt, go to love. Remember, love, there's only love and fear. And right now, it's essential that we stay out of the place of fear, and go into love. As Felipe made that very powerful comment, we attract the timeline that we vibrate at. So if you're looking to go into the more positive timeline versus, a potential negative, chaotic timeline from these times, it is important that you vibrate from a place of love and not fear. So thank you again for sharing that, Star Seeds. And I don't know if there's any other comments. Would any Yes, you're welcome. We are one. Yes, we are. And again, this is why it's so powerful that we do this work together. We thank you for your time today, for staying with us and doing this work together during the live session. A reminder that these sessions are recorded, and what we will do in the description, again, these are available on the Sisterhood of the Rose YouTube channel. In the description, we are going to put time markers. So let's say if you want to go back and do that meditation that Felipe just guided us through, you can look on the time marker as to where that is. And we just suggest that, anytime you do any light work, that you, of course, always protect yourself with some of these protections that we've included today. Lovely comment from Peggy. Good to see you here again, dear sister. Thank you very much, Deborah, Cindy, Felipe, and everyone. Victory of the light. Yes, thank you so much. We're including Megan on that. Megan is new on the team, and we send May our love and light. We hope she's back next time. But hey, we got through it. A few bumps on the technical side. Ra33333 says, love and light to you all. Happy to be a part of this beautiful community. You are a huge part of it. So we are all one, and you guys are as much a part of it as we are. We appreciate your very kind and supportive words. We are a volunteer team that does this to bring more light to the planet. So thank you so much. Oh, and there's Peggy. Yep. Thank you, Megan. Absolutely. Okay. So we are going to just wrap this up now. One more, let's see, another comment from Grace. What a beautiful name. Thank you all so much for your love and wonderful reminders. All my love. Thank you for sending us your love, dear Grace, and for your kind words. And so, yes. So we are going to, I put this in, with summertime approaching. We're talking about what we can do to keep our energy fields clean and purified. And again, we talked about what being in water. Remember, the body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. So if you're in the northern hemisphere and you're moving into the summer, please make sure to bring play, laughter, and joy into your experiences. That will help to keep your energy fields clear as well. And while I'm mentioning summer, I might just give you guys a heads up that we are going to be taking a bit of a hiatus this summer. We don't know exactly when. In fact, if you but we will keep you posted. A good place to hear about these sessions are on the Victory Light Telegram channel and group. Those are there, mentioned there. Also on the Sisterhood of the Rose channels, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. We give updates on these sessions, and as well as our friends at We Love Mass Meditation, they also keep a timetable of upcoming sessions. And so yeah, you can check there. We'll keep you posted. We may do a session in June and then just take a break for July, but we'll keep you posted. So we're feeling a need to definitely recharge our battery during this time. So okay, so if you would like to stay on and heal together using Command 771, this emotional healing, what we'll do is invoke it. And normally it's recommended that you lay down or relax for 20 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes. So what we're going to do while you do that is play the Port of Light activation meditation video. So if you'd like to stay on, we will definitely, we'd love to have you with us. And I'm going to turn this over to Cindy real quick, who's going to explain to us about 771.
Yes, thank you, Deborah. So as you know, the Pleiadians have developed several protocols that we need to use to help us to raise our vibration and to heal ourselves and heal the world. So concerning the command 771, the Pleiadians have developed a protocol to assist with emotional healing called the command 771. Using this command helps you feel negative emotions or feel victimized from someone else's emotions. If you are emotionally hurt or if you have emotional issues or traumas and wish to receive emotional healing, please simply repeat 3 times out loud or in your head command 771, and Pleiadian medical ships will assist you with their healing beams, and it helps to lay down and relax between 20 and 30 minutes for the healing process. And let's not forget, as you think, you vibrate. As you feel, you vibrate. As you vibrate, you attract. It is the law of attraction. So let's push away negative emotions. Let's choose positive emotions, for they are a key to positive change and your own personal evolution. When you lift yourself up, you bring others with you. It's a way you can contribute to raise a collective consciousness of the world. So thank you.
Cindy, thank you for those beautiful words. I love what you just said. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I would just like to, before we invoke this, I would just like to share a few more comments that are coming in. Selena says, thank you all. Beautiful energy. Thank you, lovely Selena. Starseeds has said, it has been great, very powerful session in this format. Do it again, please. Yes, we will. My name is Monica. Okay. And I thank you so much for what you gave to us. Oh, Monica. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tear up almost. That's so beautiful. So thank you, dear Monica, for sharing that. And dear Laura, thank you for being so much, sending her lovely goddess blessings with us. Esme, thank you for your dedication. Much love. Oh, you guys are amazing. Love you guys. Today was great. Thank you guys so much. Victory of the light. Awesome. And Virgo Phoenix has also said, just returned from the mountains. Breaks are so good for all of us. Yes. If you recall, during my interview with Cobra recently, he had mentioned the importance of balance and working for the light, but also taking good care of us, that self-care and self-love. And so when we're being called to, it's important that we take that time for us. So please keep in mind that very healthy balance. And speaking of healthy, let's talk about healthy emotional states. So let's invoke together Command 771, as Cindy explained to us. We're going to say this together 3 times out loud. And what you'll do is, hopefully you've been comfortable through this whole session, but this is great. You can really just relax. If you'd like, you can stay on for the meditation, which will run. Just listen to it and just know that as you're relaxing and meditating, you are receiving emotional healing in a very powerful way. So, um, uh, Bernard just brought something up really powerful too. And you know what? I apologize. I was going to make a slide for this. Coming up is the monthly divine divine intervention meditation, and it's at 3:41 a.m. UTC time. And so every month on the full moon, there is a global meditation for calling in divine intervention. It's very powerful, and we suggest that everyone contribute to that, putting their beautiful love and light to that one. And you can find that information on the We Love Mass Meditation website. So, as well as like the Sisterhood of the Rose social media channels. So thank you for bringing that up, Bernard. Really, really appreciate it. And another comment from Bridget, we are forever one. And thank you so much for all you gave today. Thank you for saying that, dear Brigitte, for your lovely, lovely words. So, okay. All right. And we are invoking Command 771. So please repeat after me out loud. Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Command 771.
Okay. Now allow yourself healing. Relax. Breathe. Knowing that you are being healed from emotions from this lifetime, previous lifetimes. Healing emotions helps you to work through your shadows, keeping your energy fields clean and clear. And so we are going to run this for 20 minutes, this next meditation. Thank you for staying with us. We love you guys. And then we'll reconnect after the portal of light activation. Let's bring in powerful energies while this portal is open until June 11th.
Use your own technique to bring you to a relaxed state of consciousness. State your intent to use this meditation as a tool that will help open the portal of light. Invoke the violet flame from its primary source to place a circle of protection around you during and after the meditation. Ask it to transmute anything that does not serve the light. Visualize a pillar of brilliant white light emanating from the cosmic central sun. Then being distributed to central suns of all galaxies in this universe. Also flowing through the central sun of the M87 galaxy. Then visualize this light activating the galactic central sun. Then going through our galaxy. Then entering our solar system and going through all beads of light inside our solar system. and then through all beings on planet Earth. And also through your body to the center of the Earth. Visualize this light transmuting all remaining darkness on Earth. Healing all inequalities. ending all wars. Erasing all poverty and bringing abundance to all humanity. Visualize a grand spiritual awakening of humanity and contact with positive extraterrestrial races. Visualize a new, grand, cosmic cycle of the age of Aquarius beginning, bringing pure light, love, and happiness to all beings on earth. Victory of the light.
And we thank you toward that meditation. And we hope that you, if you like, you can stay in a meditative state for another 10 more minutes to receive optimal emotional healing. We just want to say thank you so much for your time today. We so much appreciate your contribution to the light by doing this work together with us. We are making a difference, and please continue. Stay strong. Keep your energy fields clean and clear. And we will see you next time. So we send you so much love and so much light. And we say thank you so much. And I'd like to thank the team here today, too, for all of your support and help. And so, team, let's together on the count of 3, we're going to say, and please, we invite our audience to say out loud, too, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Victory
Victory
Three
of the
of
of
light.
the
light.
light.
All right. Thank you so much. And
Have a good night.
have a good night and continue to shine your light and spread your love. So, all right. Thank you. Victory of the light.